Part 4. Protection and maintenance for your computer. Introduction. In this final section of our tutorial, we will demonstrate the tools within Windows Vista that will help you to protect your computer and the files saved on it, and to keep your system running smoothly. We will start with backing up and restoring your data. Then we will show you how to use the Windows Security Center to protect your computer from harmful software. Lastly, we will demonstrate the various system tools that help you to keep your system running efficiently. Let's start by showing you how to back up the files stored on your computer. Backing up. We strongly recommend that you establish a regular routine for backing up the contents of your PC. You probably have important files stored on your computer, and many people make the mistake of assuming that this data is safe and retrievable at any time. However, this is not always the case, as computers can fail or crash at unexpected moments for a variety of reasons. When you start using the internet and email, you also become vulnerable to viruses, which can delete or corrupt the files saved on your computer. The process of backing up your data enables you to store all your important documents in a secure location, so if your computer hard drive fails, or if your files are harmed by a virus, you can easily restore the files to the destination of your choice. Backing up can also free up storage space in your hard drive. For example, if you have files that you don't access regularly but need a copy for safekeeping, simply make a copy of them onto a CD. Then you can delete the originals from your hard drive to free up space. It is easy to back up your data. The first method we will show you is copying your files onto a CD or DVD, whatever the type of file, from documents to music or program files. As we already discussed in Part 3, burning is used for making audio and video discs, but it is also a useful function for copying general data onto CD for backup purposes. Burning data onto CD. There are two formats you can use when burning files onto a blank disk in Windows Vista. One is the mastered format, which we will describe shortly, but first we will demonstrate burning to CD using Vista's live file system. You can normally record only once onto a CDR or DVD-R, but the live file system formats your blank disk so that you can add and remove files at any time, just like a USB flash drive. However, note that disks formatted with this system may not be readable on computers with older operating systems. First, insert a blank disk into the CD drive on your computer's base unit. When the autoplay prompt appears, select Burn Files to Disk using Windows. Click here to see the formatting options and make sure that Live File System is selected. For more information on the different types of formats and when to use them, click this link here. This window also contains helpful information about the different CD and DVD formats that are available. Next, type in a title for your CD. We will call ours Backup Disk. Then click Next, and this progress window appears briefly to let you know that the live file system software is formatting your disk. A folder window now appears where we need to place the files we want to burn. The easiest way to do this is by opening a separate folder window, so we will click Start and select Easy Way, and we can then browse our files. We are going to arrange the windows so they are both visible, as we will be using the drag and drop method to transfer our files from one window to the other. But remember, you can copy and paste them if you prefer. Before we begin selecting our files, we will check the capacity of the disk so we know how much data we can burn onto it. To do this, just right-click this CD icon in the first folder window and select Properties, where we can see that there is 645 megabytes available on our disk. Notice that some space is already used even though we haven't saved anything on the disk yet, and this is because the live file system formatting that we applied takes up a small amount of disk space. Now you can locate and select the files or folders you want to burn and simply drag them into this main area of the other window. For example, we will drag over the whole Letters folder, followed by a selection of image files from our Pictures folder. And finally, a music file. That's all you need to do to copy your files, as the files are copied straight onto your disk as soon as you drag them across. Therefore, there is no need to select the Burn command. The live file system is ideal for backing up the files on your computer, but as we already mentioned, the disk may not be compatible with operating systems prior to Windows XP and Windows Vista. If you want to burn a disk that can be used in any computer, you will need to choose the mastered format. To do this, insert the blank disk, and when the autoplay window opens, choose the Burn Files option like before. Click here to show the formatting options, and this time choose Mastered. Click Next, and this window appears where you can drag and drop or cut and paste your files into this area. When you use the mastered format, the files are not burned to your disk automatically. Instead, they will remain here until you select the Burn command. These are just temporary copies, as indicated by this arrow on each file icon, and will be removed as soon as you burn them to the disk. Before continuing, you may want to check the total size of your chosen files to make sure they will fit on your disk. To do this, click on any of the files in the burn list, then press Ctrl+A to select them all. Now take a look at the details pane below, and we can see that the total size is 1.46 megabytes. This is well within the capacity of our blank CD. But if you find at this point that your selected files exceed the disk capacity, simply delete some of the files from this window, like so. This won't delete the original file, it will just remove it from your list of files to be burned. If necessary, you can even delete all the files from the list at once by clicking here. Once you have finished copying your files, click Burn to Disk on the toolbar. In the following dialog box, type in a title for your CD. Accept the suggested speed and click Next. You will now see the progress bar showing the status of your file transfer, and when the burn is complete, you are asked if you want to make another copy onto another disk. So make your choice and click Finish. The disk drive will now automatically open and eject your newly burned CD or DVD. Windows Backup and Restore Center.